The self, our real being, is ever existent. It is of the nature of undifferentiated being, consciousness, bliss. Sri Bhagavan has said that what is real is always real. So to know what you truly are, seek that within yourself which is ever existent. Beginningless, it is unborn. Endless, it is imperishable. Seek this within yourself by self-knowledge. What is real must always be real. What is not always real is not real at all. What is unreal is non-existent. That which is real is existence itself. It is unsensed, unconceived. Being existence itself, the reality itself. It is free of an alternative, so we call it non-dual. The ever-existent reality, which is truly the self, or Brahman, or God, is what is expressed in the silence of Dakshinamurti, of Sri Ramana, etc. Ever existent and without an alternative. What you truly are, you always are. If you cease to misidentify with the body, that is, cease regarding the body as yourself, what is being indicated now will be self-evident. It is not that you are one thing and the Supreme Self is another, so that you be transformed from one thing to another. What is real is always real. What is true about your being is always true. You can easily inquire into this by discerning what is mutable and what is immutable. That is, what is subject to change, beginning and end, and what is not. A body appears, a body disappears. This happens every day in the change of states of waking and sleeping. And it also happens in terms of birth and death. Something does not change. Discern the distinction between the changeful and the changeless. In the changeless lies perfect peace, the perfect fullness. The changeless is the reality, for the real must always be real. As it is with the body, so it is with the mind. The form of the mind changes. That which knows the mind does not. Which is real? Which is you? If you are not the body, none of the states, conditions, characteristics, or activities of the body truly pertain to you. What then is your nature? If you remain as the unknown knower of all that is known as the Upanishad states, so that none of the mind, not one thought, not even a collection of thoughts, pertains truly to you. If you are unthinkable, what are you? Even the assumption of existing as an individual entity or ego is not always, is not real. What is real must always be real. What is unreal does not exist. Free from the body, free from the mind, without the least bit of individuality, what remains? What remains is what has been you always, without birth, without death. Free of misidentification. Where are the many? There is only one self, and that alone exists eternally. This is the significance of the Mahavakya, or great aphorism, I am Atma Brahma. The self is Brahman. The knower of Brahman is Brahman. No other knower is there. The consciousness, which is the self, is only one, without a second, without division. That consciousness is your real being. The absolute Brahman is your real being, and you don't have another kind of being. All spiritual practice is for the purpose of abandoning the idea that there's something else besides the reality, something else besides God, something else to you besides your real self. Who am I? Ask the question of yourself. What is the nature of the inquirer? What is real is always so. What is unreal is never so. The cause of bondage or any kind of suffering is actually never so. The Purnam, or perfect fullness, the reality of the self, is actually always so. Who can know this? Only the real one that is always so. The unreal cannot know or not know anything. There is only one existence, one reality. It is forever undivided and undifferentiated. It is never modified, but always is just as it is. Know yourself as that. To know yourself, deeply inquire, who am I?